What is going, nigga? We back at it again. Some more Dragon Ball. Super. Yeah, Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, Merno. You know what I mean? Look. This man. I don't know what they're gonna do against this dude, bro. I don't see it here. His son freezes the damn moon, bro. Just by swinging his damn arm, bro. Send that man to the moon, bro. He slumped. Frieza is slumped. TKO. Knockout. He not coming back. You know what I mean? Everybody else, they trying, but Goku hit that man. He ate that. Goku got hit. Goku got hit. He felt that. And then what he did to baby girl, my team. Oh, that was diabolical. But shout out to Dende, man. Hopefully Dende does not get killed. So I feel like he might kill Dende, bro. Like, stop killing these niggas, bro. You know what I mean? He might kill Dende like on some Frieza tip, but hopefully not. But I don't know what's gonna do, bro. I don't see how they're gonna win this. I mean, they got fusion, but the hell is it gonna do, bro? To be honest with you, what's that gonna do? Anyway, need a video upload, like, man, comment down below and subscribe. Go to 3K, so subscribe, hit the bell. Saying if I Patreon, Twitch, and the game channels, link in the description. We playing some Black Myth Wukong. I think I'm gonna do that official Divine video later today too. I think he did job Wukong, so yeah. But anywho, oh yeah, subscribe to Alex, man, get bro 2 million. And now, and I also saw bro started the season 2 for Merno, which is like, how the fuck this shit about to end if there's a season 2 for Merno? Now all he needs a top 5 strongest sequel. I saw that Diamond trailer too, man. Super Saiyan 2.
As our story
Goku
continues with Merno having to oversee our
that nigga the pre-order bonus. I'm calling it right now. That nigga Kid Goku from Daima gonna be the pre-order, the last pre-order bonus. I'm calling it. Hold on, let me make sure it's the right tab. Okay, it is. Have to make sure, y'all.
heroes in menacingly waiting to see what exactly they're about to do. With a smile on his face, Merno then went on to address them by commenting, "Look at you all, fumbling around like the clueless idiots you are. Does it hurt your fragile little egos to see how powerless you all are to pull off a miracle here? This is the difference between us, and I just love it. Watching you worms suffer is only scratching the surface of my satisfaction. The ultimate fulfillment will come once I spill the blood of the Grand Priest and those ridiculous little Omni brats." As among the pack, full-powered Super Saiyan 3 Broly was the first to once again make a move on Merno, because as Broly went on to charge on in, without even batting an eye, Broly went on to shout, "You will die first! You again, huh? Acting on your primal instincts alone only shows me how much of an animal you are in this worthless kingdom you call Universe 7. And as soon as Merno was then shown having to speed blitz right past Broly as Broly was charging right at Merno, within milliseconds of doing so, Merno then went on to address Broly by telling him, "Allow me to demonstrate a portion of my great power and show you." Which that was exactly what Merno had done, because even by speed blitzing right past Broly, before anyone could even realize it, let alone register what had just happened, Merno had gone on in attacking Broly with such precision and speed that not even Broly himself was able to see this, as Merno went on to tell him, "Your lives no longer have purpose." As with one devastating shot, Broly's body was then shown having to fly directly down onto the ground, as Primal Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta was not going to stick around in waiting to see what was going to happen, because Vegeta indeed was the second person now to charge right back at Merno, which as he did, in a fit of rage, as Vegeta was shown charging directly at Merno, Vegeta went on to shout, "Your clones were no different when they preached about their power. I don't buy it, Angel." But before Vegeta could do anything about it, Merno had once again gone on to demonstrate not only his speed, but his attack precision as well, in almost seemingly leaving Vegeta frozen in place, as Merno went on to tell him, "My clones were one thing, but I am another. Are you beginning to buy into what I'm telling you now, Saiyan? You could never quantify my power with such a primitive mind. My power was forged through eons of training with that grand traitor. I could kill you right now if I wanted to, Vegeta. But first I want to torture you before bleeding your bodies dry, especially since I know that they are watching. Will they save you in time, or will you die in vain like the rest of them?" And as Vegeta is quickly then shown powering back down to base form,
pain.
And coughing up blood out of nowhere, Mastered Ultra Instinct Beerus tried to get a sneak attack on Merno by punching him, but with Merno being very cognitively aware of his environment, Merno had proceeded to grab onto Beerus' punch by telling him, and you, Destroyer, you decided to only take action after learning of my existence. But what were you doing prior to discovering my plan of revenge? You sat around and did absolutely nothing with yourself, Merno says. And as he quickly had then gone on in pulling Beerus away and thrusting him directly into Vegeta, Merno had then went on to continue, a true waste of space. Just like your pathetic brother. Away with you both, slaves! As even then, with the amount of force that Merno was using, Beerus was thrusted into Vegeta, as both of them were then shown having to make their way down onto the Earth itself, which when taking a look back down on the Earth, we see how Broly is lying in a massive crater, as Broly went on to comment, my body, I can't lose. As out of nowhere, seconds later, both Beerus and Vegeta's body come crashing on down right next to Broly, with Merno himself also shown teleporting down below as well. That's when Merno went on to comment, and there you three lie, and yet still no Grand Priest to come and save you. I'm surprised, Merno says. I wonder what you're doing, father. I know you can hear me, wherever you may be hiding. Are you not going to save these creatures, or are you scared to suffer as they are suffering right now? Just as I had once suffered, he says. Multiple universes have been destroyed. You think this universe will be any different? I can feel your energy, but it seems to be coming from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Are you channeling your life energy into something? You are, aren't you? Yes. I can sense it now, Merno says. While I was busy hunting these animals down, you used the portion of your life energy to lock the multiverse, didn't you? Now I understand. So you have been taking measures to stop me from achieving my plans after all, weren't you? But out of nowhere, once again, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku attempted to attack Merno from behind by telling him, yeah, and as long as we're here to stand up against you, you will never live long enough to see the multiverse be destroyed. Still squirming around, I don't know about all that, big dog. Says, your embarrassing little antics are beginning to annoy me. Come here, mortal. I always found you to be a very interesting creature, Merno says. And as Merno had gone on in simply lifting up his finger and stopping Goku in place, he then went on to continue. You seem to possess a special kind of privilege that other mortals don't. What the Goku says? I'm stuck. I can't move. And with Merno then shown having to pull Goku forward, Merno then went on to continue. I now remember something that only you hold the answer to. Goku, it's not your power that I'm interested in, it's your position in all of this. You seem to be favored by the gods. Very much so, Merno says. I wonder why that is, creature.
That main protagonist plot.
A lower life form than I. And what makes you so special, Saiyan? If memory serves me correct from the information that my clones have gathered, you are actually in contact with the Grand Minister and the Omni Kings, aren't you? They favor your feeble nature over my own existence. Why? Where are they hiding, Merno asks. The original dimension they reside in cannot be found, which means they've moved. You will tell me where they are, mortal, or I am going to break every last bone in your pathetic mortal body. But even with Goku being frozen in place and not being able to fight back,
he back in base.
God. Oh yeah? Well, do your worst. I'm not telling you anything. If you really want to know, then you'll have to beat the information out of me to get it. Then that is exactly what I'm going to do. And with Goku then shown powering right back down to his base form, Merno with complete ease had then gone on in flicking Goku in the forehead by telling him, you should choose your words more carefully. Which when as soon as we see Goku's body having to crash land right next to Beerus, Broly, and Vegeta, Merno then went on to continue, as if you think killing you would be any sort of problem for me. I'll find my way to the throne with or without your confession. And with Merno then shown having to slowly stick his arm out, he then went on to continue, I couldn't think of a picture-perfect moment than by having the four of you worms groaning in agony the way you are. Isn't it ironic? The four of you were the most troublesome bunch to my clones when I faced you all before. But the road of life ends here. But before Merno could actually go through in killing Goku, Vegeta, Broly, and Beerus, out of nowhere above him, a gigantic energy blast is shown having to make its way down onto him, to where as soon as Merno had gone on in catching the giant... as soon as Merno had gone on to catch the attack itself, that's when Merno went on to comment, this power, this energy is angelic. Whis. Which, as we see how Whis is then shown standing in front of Merno, that's when Merno went on to hold the blast by responding, and here I thought you ran off the moment I arrived to pay your little friends here a visit. A sneak attack, Whis. You should know better than to pull a cheap tactic like that on me of all individuals, Whis. That attack was only a mere distraction, Merno, and it was all I needed, which indeed it was, because as Merno was preoccupied by holding the attack above his head, Whis had momentarily found his opening in connecting a ferocious left hook, which sent Merno flying out into the distance, as even with Merno's body shown flying out into the distance, as he went on to...
Here's the thing, aging begins in your cells. Start supporting your cell health today.
Well, if they ever stop the aging process or slow that bitch down significantly, bro, that shit gonna
scream out for Whis' name, Whis had then quickly gone on to spawn his staff and turning his head by telling the others, our battle in the 7th must continue. This war is not yet over. And as Whis stuck his staff out by healing the others, he then went on to tell them, quickly, all of you, rise and engage. There is no telling how much time I managed to buy for us, but we don't have any to waste. But as quickly as it happened, Merno was once again back by having to open up a small portal and grabbing Whis' hand by telling him, no amount of time can save you from me. This is insane, Goku says. How did he recover so quickly? Wait a second. That portal. I have to seal it, Goku says, and that's exactly what Goku tried to do, because while being healed, Goku had gone on to stick his arm out and responding, I can't let him pull Whis in. Come on.
Okay,
this portal is extremely dense. Gotcha, Goku says, as he was lucky enough in sealing Merno's portal before Merno could actually pull Whis in, as we also then see how Merno's shadow clone arm was then severed. This had only then given our heroes the chance they needed to be healed, and standing back up as Goku went on to address everyone by commenting, Lord Beerus, Broly, Vegeta, get up, we can't give in, especially now. He's got to have an opening that we aren't seeing, so we have to keep on trying until something changes here.
Oh my god,
Curse
bro.
him, Vegeta says. It's as though he isn't even trying. Fighting him alone isn't cutting it, Beerus says.
He's not,
so
bro.
you mortals are going to have to work together and attack him at the same time. You're still as green as I remembered you being, little brother, Merno says, as he had finally made his way back onto the battlefield. He then continues, an amateur move to make that you will not be making against me again. Your whereabouts intrigue me. Where were you when this fight began, Merno asks. Surely I'd expect you to aid these creatures, but you didn't. You were in communication with him, weren't you? Yes. I can sense it, Merno says. Just like I sensed his energy surrounding each existing universe. What are you worms scheming? Bring forth the Grand Priest and the Omni Kings before me now.
Don't want
but
that.
Whis is not saying
like, why he
so
wants?
instead,
He
gonna
get sung by his dad, bro.
Position by telling his brother,
like,
I never took you for a fool, Merno, so I'm not surprised that you would know. But you should be more concerned with the warriors who stand before you and not those who are not present.
My boy, we put them hands up. You feel me?
Yeah. And the throne with my life. And that's exactly
I like that stance.
As we only then see how Broly had gone on and going back into his full-powered Super Saiyan 3 transformation, Vegeta as well was also shown having to power right back into his primal Super Saiyan Blue evolution form by commenting, damn it. How is he this powerful? I cannot let him do this to me. As even then during that moment with everyone shown powering back up, out of nowhere behind Merno, there was a massive explosion shown taking place with Merno turning his head and responding. The attack Whis launched, he converted it into a blinding attack, which to Whis' credit he did, because that was the whole point of a diversion. As with Merno shown looking away, that was when Whis went on to shout Merno's name and charging back in by responding, Merno, you will pay for your crimes against against life. As even with Whis then shown attacking Merno to the best of
Whis,
his ability,
man.
Whis
If
then
we
also
lose
went on to
Whis, bro, that's
shout,
it.
"What are you all waiting for? Now is your chance to use your power." To which, of course, everyone then did, because as Vegeta was shown having to charge up for his final flash, he then went on to address Goku by telling him, "Enough is enough, Kakarot. Hurry up. Let's get rid of this guy once and for all. Listen, everyone," Goku says, "concentrate all of your power into merging our attacks together. If we're going to hit him with our best, then let's hit him with our best together." As
I don't know about all that, but we'll see.
And Beerus were shown doing exactly that. Beerus then went on to stick his arm out in
but shout out to bro. The fact that bro in control
sick of this angel
himself,
causing chaos inside of my universe.
And Super Saiyan 3
like
at that,
clone, I am going to erase him for good. As even
with
Goku shown charging up for his Kamehameha, Goku went on to address Broly by telling him, "Don't hold anything back, Broly. This is for everyone he's killed, for our families, for your friends, Broly." As with Whis shown having to do his best in his attempts of striking Merno, Merno was shown dodging each and every single one of Whis' strikes by telling him, "You're a rat, Whis, and you still refuse to submit and accept your death despite knowing the odds are stacked against you all. Once I'm done using these idiots, I'm going to do to you what I did to our siblings. There is nothing that you possess that will surprise me that I don't know about." But Merno had gone on to speak a little too soon. As he attempted to strike Whis, Whis had gone on to create a clone and quickly being able to avoid Merno's strike by telling him, "Here's something you may remember from our training, an old technique that I learned from you. It's all or nothing, Vegeta. Let's hit this angel with everything we can. I'm going to crush you," Vegeta says. "On my honor, you will pay for what you've done. Now you die," Broly shouts. "For Chilai, for Lemo. You have crossed me for the last time," Beerus shouts. "This is for all of the gods of destruction. This is for you, Champa. Hakai!" And as everyone's attack was then shown having to make its way towards Merno, Merno had quickly gone on to notice this attack by responding this power. They've combined their attacks. You idiots think this will be your miracle worker? Well, think again, worms. And as soon as Merno was then shown having to stop the attack with his elbows as his body was beginning to shake, it was only noticeable from there to see that Merno was starting to get very angry, as Merno went on to shout, "You disgusting animals! You think you know power? You think merging your attacks together will crush me? Scratching me will be as far as you..."
Nigga, we'll take that scratch. We'll take that scratch. On me.
Will go. Now you fools have my attention. And as Merno was then ready to make his next move, it was only then during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Merno vs. the Multiverse manga chapter number 17 special then comes to a close. Now, there is no doubt that things are getting very tense within Universe 7, especially on top of the fact that Merno now knows that the Grand Priest had used a small portion of his power along with his own life energy to reinsure the fact that the multiverse is not destroyed by Merno's hands as he had done before by wiping out several universes, which only now...
Change thing bearers. Love to see it. No cap. Damn, that shit was short though. Alright. Next chapter. Don't see how they're gonna beat this nigga, bro. I still don't see it, bro. It's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream for them being this nigga, and it's a pipe dream for him to be his dad. Dead ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, like why you want your dad to son you like that? I just don't understand, big dog. I just don't get it. Oh shit. There you go.
As our story continues with the Grand Priest having to oversee the multiverse in taking a look at what's going on down within Universe 7, as the Grand Priest also seems to be in direct contact with Whis, the Grand Priest went on to comment, "I hear you, Whis. I am very well aware of everything he has done and continues to do. My presence is desperately needed. However, I am to not act without consulting the Omni Kings about the situation. If the Omni Kings learn of what's happening, they will surely act on instinct and obliterate everything as they once just did. Angering either of them would be suicide, so I must persuade them in another way. With a portion of my energy holding the multiverse together from being destroyed, there is no telling what move Merno is going to make next. I was never forced into using my power in action like this since the beginning of time itself when I trained my children. Such power has never been seen or felt other than the Omni Kings during the Tournament of Power. I have to convince them to allow me to use it. He's baiting me into drawing me out while restricted by the law of the angels and the rule of the great Omni King. They must hold on a little longer, the Grand Priest says. As the other destroyers and angels guard their universe, it would seem as though Universe 7 is the only universe thus far to hold Merno's attention fully without being destroyed. However, I sense an intense rage coming from within him. He's reserving himself, the Grand Priest says, for what I can only imagine would be for me. My son, what have you done? And for what? For pride. The mortals of the living world must do everything in their power to fight back. If they destroy him before my arrival, then all is saved. However, I fear that Merno will soon lose his patience, and if that happens, then they will all be destroyed.
Crash out.
These actions will not go without judgment, the Grand Priest says. With the multiverse sealed and protected from being destroyed, my energy can only hold these universes for so long. It's time to address the Omni Kings about the matter and see if I could convince him to grant me the permission that I need in order to put this matter to rest once and for all.
Nigga, hurry up then.
Made aware, but the great kings must not learn of Merno's return through violence. I must talk them into thinking my battle with Merno will be for their entertainment. As all a while back on planet Earth, we then see how Merno had been completely overtaken by everyone's attack in such a way that despite the overwhelming amount of power that Merno might be dealing with, Merno even then refuses to back down as the blast itself is shown making its way ever so deeper into outer space. Meanwhile, back on Earth, we then oversee a massive crater that was left following the attack as Goku went on to comment, "What power! Great work, everyone. If we didn't combine our attacks, everything would have been destroyed." As with Broly shown huffing and puffing, trying to catch his breath just as Vegeta and Beerus are, Vegeta then went on to put this into question by asking, Do you think it worked? There's no way anyone could have possibly survived an attack like that, with Beerus responding, "I can't sense his energy." An attack of that magnitude had enough concentrated power to destroy the entire universe. There is no way he could have survived that, angel or not. So we wait, Beerus says. But even then, as Goku was also shown trying to catch his breath, out of nowhere, Goku then went on to comment, "Hey, wait a minute, Is that him? Are you guys sensing that? Right there, right in front of us. It can't be." Which, as it was, unfortunately for them, Merno was in fact still alive, as through the smoke we then get to see how there is an outline of Merno's silhouette, as Merno through the smoke went on to comment, "In all my years of existing, I never would have dreamed to see both destroyers and angels alike, beings who sit on top of the pecking order, aid and protect mortals the way I have seen here today. Each of you with different motives and intentions, different histories and different power. While I wanted to create a new utopia that was molded by the universe I once governed, Universe 13, they saw it as being too dangerous of an idea and wanted me gone. Well then, if they couldn't destroy me, how could you?" And Vegeta is dumbfounded as Vegeta went on to shout, "But that's just not possible." As lo and behold, through the smoke, we finally get to see how Merno had emerged. As Merno went on to continue, "The answer is simple, and that's you can't. Surprised? I live. But that was crafty, I will give you that. You worms actually managed to scratch me a little. If anyone should know," Merno adds,
"Here we are.
You sure did something to that nigga, bro."
Look at that. You know what we can do now? Go to safelight.com. They are the experts.
Safe Light Repair.
If you get a crack in your windshield, there's only one choice. Safe Light Repair. Safe Light Replace.
Hey, it's me, your skin. I crave being clear without irritation. CeraVe treats acne and allows me to heal.
"It's you, Whis. The last time I used this body and pushed it to its limits, you were still being groomed to become an attendee, remember? And during that time," Merno adds, "it was against our rotten father, as I was the first angel to ever face him and survive, even besting him once during a duel. And that little stunt of yours was the needle that popped the bubble. You pathetic bottom feeders could never match me, no matter how hard you try. But that's just not possible."
Vegeta, don't do it.
He's smiling. After all of that, he's smiling. He wasn't bluffing.
Bro, it's in disbelief.
He really is different than anything we've ever experienced before. And as Merno was shown casually dusting himself off, he then went on to continue. Still no sign of the Grand Priest, I see. I suppose spilling a bit of blood might sway him into showing his face. Holding the multiverse together will only buy him so much time. Now then, which one of you is brave enough to go first? As Primal Super Saiyan Blue
course,
Evolution,
my goat,
Vegeta
but
was
he's
the first
stupid.
to answer Merno's call as Vegeta went on to shout, "Enough of this! You're mine!" "No," Goku says, "not like this! Don't do it, Vegeta!" So the Prince of a Dead Race is the first, is he? What are you always so proud of, Merno asks, and with one casual uppercut to the face, Merno then continues, "You are worthless. There is nothing for you to ever be proud of." To where the sheer force and impact of this one uppercut was so powerful that it ultimately sent Vegeta's body flying up through the air and even through Kame's lookout, with both Dende and Mr. Popo absolutely shocked. Dende went on to comment, "Holy crap, Mr. Popo, was that Vegeta?" "I'm afraid it was," Popo says, as right at the edge of the atmosphere before his body went out into deep space, Vegeta had gone on and powering back down by saying to himself, "This angel, how can we hope to beat someone like that? He broke my jaw.
Damn.
I can't feel my face or my body," he says. "I don't know if I can do it." And with Vegeta's body shown stopping right at the edge of the atmosphere and then shown having to collapse its way back down onto the earth, as Vegeta continues to make his fall, he then went on to say to himself, I have to try. I promised them Bulma, Trunks, Bulla, Kaba, Kakarot. I must continue to try." As once again, Vegeta's body was then shown having to hit the ground on Kame's lookout, with Mr. Popo shouting, "Dende, do you sense that? Vegeta's energy is rapidly decreasing. You must heal him before he dies."
Bruh.
"Oh, this feels so hopeless," Dende says. "Mr. Popo, please keep an eye out for that angel. I'm going to try and help Vegeta," he says. As all a while back with the others, Goku had once again noticed that Beerus went on to charge in as Goku shouts,
Lord Beerus,
"No,
Beerus got
Lord
backhand?
Beerus, don't try and stop me, Goku. I'm going to keep trying until it kills me." But as foolish as he was to go in there by himself, Merno had effortlessly backhanded Beerus across the face by telling him, "You were already dead the moment I crossed into this universe, fool. Away." Which, as quickly as it happened, Merno had then gone on and speed blitzing in front of Broly by telling him, "And now you were very fortunate to have escaped me before." And with Broly shown throwing a punch with Merno catching it, Merno then went on to continue, "However, you won't be so lucky to do it again. What's the matter? Are you stuck? Do you feel that, savage? Aren't you going to try and avenge your dead friends?" And with Broly then shown once again trying to punch Merno with his other arm, Merno with complete ease went on to stop Broly and holding his arms in place by telling him, "Yes, that's the spirit, Saiyan. However, these arms of yours are beginning to bother me. You won't be needing these anymore, mortal.
Again?
With you." As Merno had then gone on
took my
and
nigga arms
kicking
again?
Broly in the chest by holding his arms back, which subsequently enough had resulted in Merno creating such force by kicking Broly in the chest that as he was holding his arms, he just so casually from there had gone on and ripping Broly's arms out of his sockets. As Goku went on to comments, "This is bad. This is very, very bad. First Vegeta, then Beerus, and now Broly. We can't lose either of them, especially Broly. He's going to bleed out if I don't help him." As with Broly shown reverting back down to his base form once again and lying on the ground in a pool of his own blood, that's when Merno went on to continue, "Let the beast drown in a pool of his own blood. He would have died sooner or later anyway. He'll be lucky to last another 3 minutes like this," he says, with Merno then shown throwing Broly's arms to the
this
ground.
is not looking good, big bro.
"Now all that leaves is you. I broke Vegeta's face and tore this Saiyan's arms off. Would you like to take a guess as to what I'm going to do to you? I wonder if ripping you apart will force the Grand Priest out of hiding and onto this world. Only one way to find out, right?" Merno asks. But then, before Merno could do anything to attack Goku, he then had gone on and sensing something as Whis out of nowhere went on to tackle Merno by shouting, "That's enough! Goku, listen to me. Hurry and grab Broly and Lord Beerus and take them back to the lookout as fast as you possibly can. Have the Guardian attempt to heal everyone as quickly as possible while I hold my brother off
How you gonna heal Broly?
You must hurry.
I don't think they could do that.
Exactly that. He then went on to respond to Whis by telling him, right, we
I don't think that they could cure limbs.
We hope to hold him off. Please be careful, Whis. And with Goku using instant transmission as quickly as he could, the first individual that Goku went on to help was Beerus, as Goku went on to comment, hey, stay with me, Lord Beerus. I gotcha. Oh man, look at him, Goku says. Hang on, Broly. And with Goku then getting to Broly and putting his arm down on his chest, he then continues, he's ripping us apart out here. Maybe if we can somehow continue to stall, it will buy us some additional time. Hang on, guys. I won't let any of you.
As the CEO of
I don't think you got a choice. I don't know. Then they healing lambs, fam.
On dining, including takeout. Whether it's Patty Melt, Shirley Temples, hot tea, T-bones. Are you getting this?
Nigga, order your damn food, bro.
Earn big with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back?
You die. As all the while with Whis shown attempting to do whatever he could to stop his
sternum
brother
check,
by punching
face
him,
check.
Merno was
Oh
then
my
shown
God.
dodging each and every single one of Whis' punches as Whis went on to tell his brother, I'll have you know that if you are lucky enough to survive what's coming, then the Grand Priest will finish you off once and for all. But Merno was not affected in the slightest by Whis' comments, as Merno had then gone on and punching Whis in the stomach by telling him, then bring him here, Whis. Your faith in our father will be your downfall.
Oh, he doing
you
a Janumba.
disgusting little insect. As the very second
Hold
Merno had
on,
gone on
Whis.
and punching Whis away, he then instantly dematerialized by telling Whis, don't you worry, Whis. I'll be right back. As the very second Goku was shown using instant transmission to go to the lookout, to Goku's horror, Merno was already there waiting for him, as Merno went on to ask,
Bro, go ahead, man.
You're going, Saiyan. What in the world? There's no way, Goku says. He got up here faster than my instant transmission. Oh, I'm much faster than your little instantaneous transmission, mortal. Thank you for gathering the rats for me to slaughter.
Oh my God, bro, they can't catch a break.
Says, he had then proceeded in speed blitzing right towards Goku and winding his fist back by telling him, my clones warned you of my power, did they not? You seem confused and concerned, Merno says, as he then quickly followed up by punching Goku in the chest by telling him, well, you should be, mortal filth. As right after Merno was then shown grabbing Goku by the face, he then continues, I never liked you from the day I laid my eyes on you. Come with me, Saiyan. Let's go for a ride. And the moment Merno had then proceeded in slamming Goku down on the lookout and through it, Goku was essentially helpless in doing anything to stop Merno, as Whis had then gone on in teleporting right next to Dende by telling him, Guardian, don't take your eyes off of them. Stay alert as I heal the others. And with Merno shown pushing Goku through the lookout and down onto the earth, you can almost kind of sense the level of dread here, as Merno went on to tell Goku, the very essence of who I am comes from generations of training. You could never reach such levels, even if given the time. To where as soon as Merno was shown slamming Goku's head and body onto the earth below, and not only causing Goku to once again revert back down to his base form, but while Merno had held Goku's head down on the floor, Merno had then gone on to sense something in responding, that energy I'm sensing. Of course you try and heal those rodents again. You backstabbing little snake. Now be a good little slave and stay right where you are, Merno says. I'll be right back. My little brother is starting to annoy me. And the moment Merno had gone on to
I'm telling you, if he kills Whis, bro, it's GG's, man.
Vanished. As meanwhile, back on the lookout, we then see how Whis was shown using his staff in his attempts to heal Broly, Beerus, and Vegeta by telling them, quickly, all of you, up, get up. Lord Beerus, stand back up. Now is not the time to die.
Oh my God, bro.
Rise back up, all of you. Hey, Lord Beerus, Vegeta asks, can you still fight? How dare you, Saiyan? Of course I can. Now get back up with me, both of you. But right before Whis could go on to fully heal everyone, Merno had gone on to appear and snatching away Whis' staff by telling him, you are really beginning to get under my skin with these dirty healing tactics of yours. You won't be needing this anymore, weakling.
Hey, bro, give me my shit back, bro. Fuck call dad, bro. Give me my shit, bro.
You should be ashamed of yourself, you traitor, Merno says. You are a traitor to your angel race and a conniving little snake who will be eradicated without a trace. You think
to
healing
dust?
these creatures will help? You are only causing them to repeat the suffering that they are already enduring. I'll show you what true power is, Merno says, as he then went on to smack Whis with his own staff across the face. With Whis' body sliding forward on the lookout, Merno then went on to continue.
Whis,
I might
get
as well leave you
up.
for last as I force you to watch these creatures die 100 deaths over. And this, Merno says, the Staff of the Angels, a powerful weapon with limitless potential. You won't be needing this, as Merno had gone on in disintegrating Whis' staff right before everyone's eyes. As the others are then shown having to stand back up, Vegeta went on to put this into question by
fucking
asking,
our life
since
support.
you know, Vegeta says, that we won't stop fighting you until you're dead, why don't you save yourself the trouble and kill us already? With Beerus responding, because Saiyan, he's doing it for sport. This is the first time that he's been tested like this since his exile, so of course he's using us as punching bags. If I just so desired, Merno says, I would have killed you all upon my arrival on this backwater planet. But what's the point of death if you can't listen to your victims scream? One way or another, the Grand Priest will have to make a decision. Will he choose to help you live, or will he watch you all die? As only then, the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Merno vs. the Multiverse manga chapter number 18 special then comes to a close. Now, the overall situation now itself within Universe 7 is going to be getting even more dangerous than how it was before, because Merno now is beginning to fully understand what our heroes are trying to do.
Look at that
which,
shit.
to Merno's credit, he is now beginning to take more of a strategic approach in stripping Whis of his staff.
That's our life support, bro. Without that, we cook. Oh my god, bro. How the fuck? And it's a season 2. There's a season 2, bro. Doing this, I is doing season 2 right now, bro. I think like what 1-2 videos. How are we supposed to beat this nigga?
Hey everyone, it's me, Goku.
Shut up,
Don't
Goku.
forget to.
Shut up. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the Dark Master series, yeah. Official Merno sequel. Okay. Oh my god, bro. That shit got 3 videos already. Damn. How we supposed to beat this nigga, bro? How, Sway? Sway, tell me, bro. How can we beat this nigga, bro? We fighting for our life. We dead ass died like 3 times already. Dead ass, bro. Oh my god. Hey, put Merno in Sparking Zero mods, please. Overlord. You know what I'm saying? Sparking Zero? Yeah. Damn. Hey man. Hit the up the like, man. Comment down below and subscribe. Go to 3K. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Subscribe on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channels. Link in the description down below. Subscribe to Alex. Get bro 2 million. I don't see how the heck, bro. We just lost our staff, bro. Frieza still slump. At least if we had Frieza, bro, could have been sneaky. You know, Frieza like doing sneaky shit. You know what I'm saying? Could have got some sneaky hits in. But damn, fusion. I mean, we still got fusion, but I don't see how the hell it's gonna work, especially Katara or the fusion dance. Cause 30 minutes, it's gonna burn out. Pataras, we need angel grade Pataras type shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.